Sally Lockwood, Sky News, Manchester.
Now, whilst Hong Kong and China are braced for the full brunt of Typhoon Mangkhut, in the US, Hurricane Florence has been downgraded to a depression. 13 people are thought to have been killed in the storm, and President Donald Trump has issued a disaster declaration in preparation for massive floods in North Carolina over the next few days. But not everyone sees these weather events as a reason to flee. Selvin Reid is a storm chaser. He joins us from our central London studio. Selvin, I expected to see you in the Philippines, in China, in the Carolinas. You're in central London. What made you start chasing storms?
I saw a film called Twister, I think in 1996, and that was a film about tornado chasing. And I thought to myself, this is something I really want to do. It looked fascinating. It's obviously been given the Hollywood treatment with, you know, cows flying and different buildings coming down, and you're seeing all the different tornadoes in one hit. So I thought, let me see if I can find a way and going to do that.
I mean, I watched Twister too. I'm no storm chaser. How did you get into it? Can you hear us? Oh, Selvin's got a bit of a problem. I just want to update you. While we're here on... these are pictures from North Carolina, but I just want to update you on the situation in China. We're following Typhoon Mangkhut there, and it has made landfall in South China's Guangdong province. Torrential rains, winds of 162 kilometers an hour, 100 miles an hour. As I was saying, I was talking about the situation in China. This is the Carolinas. Selvin, are you back with us? Selvin was having a bit of an issue with his earpiece. Selvin, can you hear us now?
Yes, I can.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Okay. The conditions in our central London studio are perfect. Yes, I can see you now. Okay, so you watched Twister. You thought, let me get into this.
Yeah.
How did you then go about getting into it?
Well, you just have to look online. I found a company called Silver Lining Tours. They're one of the best storm chasing companies in the United States, and I just booked up. It's actually quite busy, so they will get booked up really quickly. So I just booked up. I booked up for 6 days, and you just went along about 4,000 miles and saw tornadoes and twisters. So it's fantastic.
So it's like a coach tour, or how does it work?
What you have is a van driving along. You've got a meteorologist looking at maps, and he actually can see where tornadoes can form. And he then he wakes up in the morning, looks at the weather charts and sees where there's likely to be a tornado. And then we just get in a van and just fly to within about a mile or two of where there's likely to be formations of tornadoes. And then you watch them forming.
Selvin, you spoke of Twister
Yeah.
and that cow flying around.
Yeah.
You said it was a Hollywood, it'd been Hollywoodized.
Yeah.
How scary is it? And have you ever seen a cow flying around?
Well, as I said, I say it's Hollywoodized because in that 2 hours, they put in every possible thing you could see in a tornado, which is the flying cow, the flying cars, you know, water and whatever. So, but you don't actually necessarily see that all the time. It wasn't necessarily scary because Roger kept us at a safe distance. On a couple of occasions, we were very close to tornadoes where you saw lightning strikes and things coming down. But he's a responsible tour operator. So you were never going to be that close to where there's going to be a real issue and your life was going to be in danger.
I want to pick up on that point because you do say he's a responsible tour operator, but it is a real juxtaposition, isn't it? When you have, you know, we're reporting today a number of people have been killed. This is a very serious situation.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, and how do you feel about being a tourist when people are actually dying and trying to flee?
Yeah. I take your point, and I must admit, it's you do get mixed feelings about it. But to be fair, I call him a responsible tour operator because he does say that we are looking for tornadoes, which are, well, hopefully they'll be formed on places where it's deserted. But he also said to us, be mindful if could be devastating for people's lives. So he said to us, if he gave us, I'm a first aid trained, so if wherever we saw someone, he said, our first priority would to be to give people help, reassurance and guidance and sort of give them assistance. So we would put on our compassionate hats should it come to the fact that we saw some devastation. And these are tornadoes we're going to see. Hurricanes are slightly different. Hurricanes are where you're getting the huge rainfalls and high winds. These, we wouldn't actually be hunting hurricanes. These hurricanes which you're seeing on the TV, this is where evacuations take place and people get moved out of the area. So as a storm chaser, we're not allowed in these areas, and we're not actually going to visit these areas. We actually are chasing after tornadoes.
Okay, Selvin, thank you so much for chatting to us this morning, Selvin Reid there. He's a storm chaser.
Thank you.